Hello and welcome to our Friday episode, where we see how much extra content we can squeeze into your week. Random things that have been sent in, extra bits that have been going on, and how our advice went down with you, our G&Divas, our wonderful listeners.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
Yes, fine.
Yeah.
Any good bliss hours this week?
Oh, you know me, love a good bliss. We just get over the bliss hour.
Is it always the same show?
No, it's mainly Modern Family.
Okay.
Sometimes I just go and scroll through TikTok for half hour.
Do you?
Read my book. It depends. It's just an hour of silence. I put,
Have you followed me yet?
Maybe. I don't know. Put a podcast on.
Okay.
Have the radio on.
Nice.
Sometimes listen to a bit of classic.
Bit of classic.
Classic FM. Yeah.
Gosh, you're so on brand, aren't you? Yes. Yeah. Well done,
If not classic, Heart.
Yes.
If not Heart, Radio X.
Smooth.
Oh, I love a bit of Smooth. If not Smooth.
Bit of LBC.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Love LBC.
Lovely.
Or News Agents podcast.
Yes. Well. Yeah. Sports Agents. Name them all.
Agents, yeah.
Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you about a childhood photo that I did in year 2, I think I was, where I had cut my own hair, and we put it up on my socials, and you can see the sort of the part missing.
Yeah.
So we asked our G&Divas what similarly silly things they did as children, and in a similar fashion to me, Hannah said she made and wore a plasticine necklace that got matted onto the back of her head, which led to her hair being shaved off.
Wow.
Okay.
Me and my brothers got stuck together with glue.
Yes.
A true story.
And you were how old?
My mum asked Ryan to keep her eye on Dominic.
And he took that very literally.
And he was eating super glue. So then Ryan got...
Sorry, Dominic was eating super glue?
Yeah. He was a bit wild, was our Doms. Yeah.
Surely at some point you can have to stop eating super glue because your mouth will not move.
No, he used to constantly piss himself as well. It's like having a puppy. Yeah,
should have put the super glue somewhere else.
Cute, tiny little... Of all my brothers, he was probably... actually, Bradley was really cute as well, to be fair. This cute, slobbery little thing. He was like a dog. Anyway, he was eating super glue. Then Ryan was like... So Ryan got stuck in his hair and I got stuck in our Ryan. And she had to ring... It wouldn't have been 111 then, but I remember having to fill up a hot soapy water and scour us. I promise you I don't make shit up.
No, I know you don't. Somali tried to shave off the point of her eyebrow, but ended up taking half of it off. She tried to cover it up with a crayon, but it didn't work. Rebecca got a marble stuck up her nose, so her parents took her to the hospital. But as they were getting her out of the car, she sneezed so hard that the marble shot out and chipped the backseat window.
Brilliant. That's amazing.
A very thirsty Leanne got into the fridge and downed an open bottle of wine.
God.
Presumably as a child.
Oh, God.
Similar to Jonathan, who I do the luxury podcast with, had his stomach pumped age 5.
Why?
Because his parents were having a party and went, don't go near that drinks cabinet. So he consumed the entire drinks cabinet and had to have his stomach pumped.
Explains a lot.
Does explain a lot.
About Jonathan. He does have a taste for it.
Yes. He also set his brother on fire. If you want to hear all of that, go and listen to the Luxury Podcast. Yasmin had the fire department called to her school after getting her knee stuck in the school gates. Wow. During a school disco, a very curious Kim broke her glow stick open to see what it tasted like.
Oh, we did that when camping out. Ridiculous.
When what?
When we went camping as kids, and a mate said if you drink a glow stick, it'll make your wee go luminous. I swear to God,
No,
right?
don't do that at home.
No, please don't do that. It's the only time my mum she was livid with
What's
her.
even in a glow
Well,
stick?
it won't be. She went mad at me for that. Because she was actually quite chilled, my mum. She had 4 boys, so she was like, oh, it all goes on.
Okay.
She weren't chilled, but I don't know.
And Sandy ate some Skittles off her grandma's dressing table. Turns out they were her blood pressure medication.
What would happen there?
You'd be probably very chilled. I don't know. Obviously, we don't encourage any of that.
No.
Leah has sent us this message. Hi, Jordan, William, EPB, Diego, and the team. I recently got into adult colouring books, and one evening I had the idea to create the Help I Sexted My Boss, the extremely unofficial colouring book. I hope you like it, and I'd love to hear which one is your favourite. I've got a few of the pages here, Jordan.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is And Leah, let us know your address. Here is the front cover.
That's great.
It's nice. It's just our logo.
That's really well designed.
Then there's my little flower pot.
My what, sorry?
Little flower.
Little flower pot.
Lovely.
Oh, my little flower pot.
Not a sex podcast, you and me.
That's great.
There we are. They've given me quite a lot of hair, so thank you very much for that. Thank you, Leah. An igloo for igloo-ing.
Has she drawn them with felt tip?
Yes.
They're amazing. She'd be great to play Pictionary with.
What's this? What's this?
That's a gay ghost.
It's you. Yeah.
What's sticking out of it?
Your hand. Oh,
No.
that's a flag. That must be the LGBT flag.
That you've got to
you would
colour in.
colour in.
Right.
And there's your little limp wrist.
Oh, okay. They're brilliant.
These are amazing. Me on a bull in Benidorm. Who's that?
Diego.
Does he-
Boys, they look really good there. Thanks. These are great.
This is fun. This is you with a odd... I mean, you've shaved that bit of your face saying sprinkle, sparkle, spunk. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite turned on. Talking of turned on, there's me on a boat.
That is great. We should get these framed.
I love these. And then this is... A lot of work went into this. Us looking out at the Palladium.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We should
Look at all the seats.
Right, here's an idea.
Yeah.
Let's get them on the newsletter.
Yes.
Okay. You can download them.
Yes.
Right. Print them off. And
Yes.
colour them in and then send us back to us.
Oh my God, we're going to be like CBBC.
Oh, yes. Which I always wanted to do.
Yeah, weren't you on it, but your dad taped over
Yeah.
it?
My mum sent in a card, bless her, for my birthday. You know when you used to read birthdays and your mum would make a card?
Yeah. Do they still read birthdays?
Yeah, I don't think so now. And she did it and then my dad taped over it. I can't remember what it were.
Taggart, I
It
think.
were Taggart. You're right. It
I
were.
listen.
How do you know that?
Because I listen.
That's really clever.
Thank you.
You do listen, don't you?
Sorry?
Very good.
This is from Bev and Keith in Gateshead.
By the way, how do you get our newsletter? You just subscribe, don't you?
sextedmyboss.com/newsletter.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Or click the link in our bio. So, Bev and Keith in Gateshead have an etiquette question. Dear William, Jordan and EPB, we are reasonably well versed in correct day-to-day etiquette. Of course they are, they're in Gateshead. Despite my husband's best efforts, we don't clink glasses when having a drink. However, we do enjoy an oyster and always clink our first oysters together.
Oh, good God.
Is this acceptable behaviour?
I didn't know oysters were a thing in Gateshead.
They're a wash.
I bet
in
you don't
Gateshead.
like oysters, do you?
No, I've said this before, I'll say it again, but nothing fishy touches these lips.
Hear me out. I love an oyster.
Of course you do.
We are really role reversing over the year. I do love an oyster. There's a place that I like going to in Soho.
Do you swallow? Or do you chew? What
Also,
Tabasco, lemon? What do you prefer?
I like Tabasco and loads of salt and slurp it in. And you feel it in the back of your throat and it gives you a little kick.
We really have swap rolls.
And they give you a little oyster fork to get it out.
Do they?
Yeah, but also for what it's worth, there's pubs here you can get Guinness and oysters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the thing. Oysters used to be peasant food going back.
I know,
hundreds
so
of
did
years.
lobster.
Yeah.
So did lobster.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I can relate to it. That is why. Well rescued. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, pleasure.
Bust me.
And caviar.
Was caviar?
No.
Lobster.
No, I'm throwing you under that bus.
But yeah, I think it's fine to clink glasses. The only person I don't clink glasses with is William, and I think it's fine to clink oyster shells.
Let's put it this way, Bev and Keith. I have never heard of clinking oyster shells, but equally my seafood etiquette knowledge is probably not up to par, but I will do some investigation. Please make a note, and I will come back to you.
Next time I have oysters, I'm going to keep the shells now and make a live, laugh, love sign out of it for the bathroom.
Oh, that'll stink.
It'll be
Sterilise them,
It'll be
please.
botanical. What's it called?
Botanical?
What's the
Organic?
No, this theme where it's boats and stuff in your bathroom.
Semen.
No, botanical.
Oh,
What's it called?
yes, I know.
Barnacle-y.
No.
What's it called? What?
Nautical.
Nautical. Thanks, Adam. Nautical.
Funny. Well, there we go. That's Oyster Chat. That's nice. This is... Tell you what, actually, talking of things, oysters used to be peasant food. You know, cucumber
Yeah.
used to be incredibly expensive, and it was the caviar of its day. Whereas obviously now we get it at Tesco Express and it's, you can get it anywhere.
30p, yeah.
Yeah. But basically in the Victorian era, to grow cucumbers in your garden, you had to have special cold frames and you had to have gardeners to sort of produce the temperatures that cucumbers needed. So if you were serving cucumber in any form, hence cucumber sandwiches, you were basically going, look at me, I've got money, I'm showing off, I can serve cucumber, what a delicacy. So that's why cucumber sandwiches became sort of the height of sophistication.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I was going to say?
Whereas actually they're very dull.
Do you know what I was going to say to you?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think cucumbers
Yes.
in gin are better than lime.
No, I hate it.
Really?
Bit of red grapefruit peel, that's very nice, depending on the botanics of the gin.
Oh.
But not I hate cucumber and gin.
What's the difference between hungry and horny?
I don't know.
Where you put the cucumber. Right, we're wittering on. We'll be back with you after these messages.
This is from Sasha. Dear William Jordan
my
and...
grandma's cat was called Sasha.
Oh, it's probably her.
I'm on one today.
Dear William Jordan and team, your discussion about speakerphones in public has got me thinking about out-of-hours calls and messages. What is the etiquette when responding to texts received during the evening that you only see in the early hours of the morning? Growing up, I was taught never to phone people between the hours of 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. unless it's an emergency.
Mine was 9 a.m. and 9
9 and
p.m.
9, yeah.
Yeah, 9 p.m. till 9, yeah.
The phone ringing late in the evening would signal doom. I often stop engaging with my phone around 6 p.m. and pick it up the next day around 5 a.m. I'd hate to wake someone by pinging their phone in the early hours, but surely it's their responsibility to silence the phone before going to sleep.
We talked about this because I now reply to most of my correspondence when I'm in the taxi on the way to work.
Yeah.
And that's usually at 5 a.m. And I just think, right, I've got 15, 20 minutes here, so I bash through all my WhatsApps and I'm like, is that bad etiquette? But then my other thing is, surely you should have it on night mode.
Exactly. I would say it's personal responsibility. And if people have not put it on do not disturb or silence mode or turned it off or put it in another room, that's on them, not on you.
Okay.
You don't know.
But then there's the odd chance that they might forget because sometimes you forget and you'll see a little ping.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Also, how do you put your phone on vibrate? I've been trying to get my phone on vibrate.
Just to add into your bliss hour.
No, it's just, I've been trying to get my phone on vibrate for ages, and because I always miss calls and stuff.
I'll show you afterwards.
Will you actually show it to me?
You literally don't know how to put your phone on
No, and
vibrate.
it's annoying me. I miss so many calls because I don't like me pinging and dinging. It does me head in. So I want it on vibrate.
Okay, we can do that.
Adam will know. But also, your bosses shouldn't be sending you messages out of hours. Like they
Unless
should.
it
In
is,
some
yeah.
countries now, it's illegal. And
in
I'm here for
France,
it.
yes, they have
Spain
their...
as well, I think.
Okay, in France they have, I'm going to butcher the French here, but it's called droit à la déconnexion or something like that, and it's the right to disconnect. And basically, if you're contracted, let's say Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, and your boss sends you at 5:01 p.m. on a Friday, you must send me this proposal, otherwise we're going to lose the client, and you don't respond until 9 a.m. on a Monday, you cannot be held responsible for... if you have, let's say, lost the client because they didn't get sent it, because you have the right to disconnect.
In extreme cases like that, say you work for a company and it's a big client and they
Yeah.
ring you like, oh, can you help me out here? Fine. But I just think we're working more hours now than our parents were. Don't forget, our parents left the office at 5 o'clock. That was it. Now, you're on.
You leave at 11.
Says me, you send stuff
Yeah.
in our WhatsApp group about an editor for a video at 11 o'clock at night. But, yeah.
Here's one from Matthew and Desra. Hi boys, I was introduced to the podcast during my London Marathon training, and I have blasted the last 6 years worth of episodes in 6 months. To help me with this, I have been listening at 1.5 speed, and today was my first time listening to a pod at normal speed. I just couldn't get my head around it. I think I prefer you fast and in short bursts. Well, thank you. I may have to give it a few more tries to see if I like it, or deciding if I allow you to build up the suspense and then unleash a load of you at speed at me. Okay, so have you ever listened to us at 1.5 speed, Jordan?
Well, thank you very much, Matthew and Desra. No, I don't. I do. The only time I listened to 1.5 is when I was on that book show, Between the Covers.
Yeah.
And I cheated a bit and found the audio book because I was getting to the deadline. So then I
An
listened.
audio book is still a book.
Yeah, I listened to it. I thought, oh, for God's sake. And he put it on 1.5. Like, right, get to the point. It was about a tiger. So it wasn't for me. It's called The Tiger That Comes to Tea.
The tiger that comes to
It wasn't that.
By Julia Donaldson.
It wasn't. It's about this tiger.
Was it Life of Pi?
No, it's about a tiger.
Was it The Jungle Book?
It was a tiger that was eating people in this village. It's actually quite good. It's just a bit slow to start with. Oh, sorry.
Do it again, but Butch.
Ooh. You said you didn't like tomorrow, didn't you, Ben? I'm finishing a book at the moment. I think it's fantastic. G&Diva's. Everyone keeps telling me to do a little book club.
Yes.
Tomorrow. Highly recommend.
Okay.
It's really good. Came out last year.
Right.
Anyway.
Came out last year.
No,
last year.
I think it's... If you want to listen to us, as long as you listen...
We don't mind whether you listen to us fast or slow.
Slow. You can listen to us. I've seen some what still...
Do you prefer it fast or slow?
Depends what mood I'm in. Yeah. If it's a weeknight...
Yeah, fast.
Yeah. If you've got all weekend to listen, then slow.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on a run last week.
Yeah.
And this bloke was... I thought like, oh, that's so weird. On the same run, this bloke showed me he was listening to Sexted, which always freaks me out a bit. So I'm like, oh God, people listen.
Yes.
Sold out the Palladium twice and it still freaks me out. And then somebody stopped me and it was G&Diva on his way to his girlfriend and he was listening as well. That's for a picture.
Oh.
So people do
when
listen.
you're running, you don't want to do a photo when you're running, do you?
I was all sweaty.
I
and
wouldn't.
Stuff. No. I can't listen to podcasts running. A lot of people do. Do you, Ben? I like to have a bit of tunage on. Yeah, I like to get the blood pumping. I get podcasts as soon as I wake up around the house.
Gosh, fascinating.
Yeah.
This is from Anonymous, who's gotten back in touch.
Sorry, gotten?
Yes, well, I read it as I read it. It says Anonymous has gotten back in touch.
They've got
back in touch. They sent in a dilemma about their housemate who kept lying about her age. Yes. Dear William, Jordan, Chairman Emeritus Stewart and EPB. William, you mentioned a fear about things getting weirder in your response. Well, the other night I was starting to drift off when I saw a message in our house chat that made me sit bolt upright. There's a sandwich in the bathroom if anyone is missing one. That same housemate...
Hang on, was it closed or open?
That same housemate replies, oh yes, whoops, I'll go and get it. To paraphrase William, it really all does go on. Well, there we go. Why you would take a sandwich into the bathroom, I don't know.
Wait, I leave stuff in the bathroom all the time.
Food?
Yes.
You leave food in the bathroom?
Honestly, I spend half my life looking for me brew. Honestly,
now I would say a tea or a coffee in the bathroom is okay, but food.
I you know, when you bite something, put it down. I could easily do it with a sandwich.
Right.
Easily.
In a bathroom, though, you don't want to take food.
Weird how you get older and realise you like your parents. Because my mum used to do that. She used to leave half cups of tea all around the house. Drive me mad, and I do the same now.
We do all become our parents.
We do. There's one on radiator of a week that I reckon had been there 2-3 days.
In your house or her house?
In my house. Just pop it down.
You need to sack your butler.
You leave Jeeves out of this just because I didn't hire you. I'll tell him that next time you come
it could be, yes, when it all comes to an end. And when you actually start doing the wheel and I don't have any other bookings, I could come and be your butler.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Would you iron my newspaper every morning?
I'd iron everything, Jordan. I'd iron your bedding.
Would you? Oh, that'd be great. You could make me little scrambled eggs in the morning.
Would I have to wear a uniform?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You could just wear a polo one with my logo on or something.
Your logo. I think that would be great.
Oh, would you call me Master North?
You're in charge.
I might change my surname to Bates, just for a crack.
Okay.
Morning, Master Bates.
I'd just call you Sir, probably.
Would you?
What would you quite like that, don't you? What makes a change? What?
Just Daddy'll do.
I think I'm going to phone my union.
A, we don't have one, and B, you're not the type to have a union.
No, the Butler Union.
Oh, did I have a union?
Probably.
What's it called? Booslef.
What?
Uslef?
ULEZ?
No,
ULEZ is the low emission zone in London.
Bunison. Right, let's just end this.
Go and have a lie down.
I'm going to have a lie down. If you want to get in touch about something that isn't a dilemma or problem, you can drop into our DMs or you can send us an email to help@sexedmyboss.com. We also love hearing back from the people we offer advice to. So if that's you, get back in touch. And we will see you on Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.